Hello, hello, hello. So, yesterday, when we left off, we were crafting some armor. We got to the intermediate armor, and we realized that there's a lot of mana that needs to be done for the next ones. Although, I looked again and realized the mana steel, the terra steel, and the elementium all have seeds. So, if we look, we could just craft the seeds and then get the things for themselves. So I was like, well, what are the other seeds we need? Well, if we look at the quests, there's the rabbit seeds, the blizz seeds, and then some other non-mob seeds. And then the 1, 2, 3, 4, the level 4 seeds. I think there's a couple mobs. Maybe a ghast, blaze. Experience uses chunks too, but we've got plenty of those. Yeah, and then wither skeletons. So there's a few of the mob seeds we need still. And for the most part, we have everything to craft them, except the rabbits. So I thought, where do you usually get a lot of rabbits? And then I remembered. The rabbits is one of the only passive mobs that spawns naturally in the deserts. And remembering the times that I've been in deserts before in Minecraft, there's usually a bunch of rabbits. And if you look on the mini-map, I have found myself a desert in the Lost Cities. And there's a bunch of rabbits around. I mean, there's a few creepers and husks and stuff too, but there's a bunch of rabbits around. And I also found a desert temple. And we all know how much fun it is to raid desert temples in vanilla. So we are going to raid this desert temple. Now, we don't want to land on the pressure plate. We do want the TNT though, because it's... we have... Help, I'm trapped in a video game. It's a dud, it says. This one is a good one. Don't know what it's exactly for. We could take a look, I guess. But yeah, I came here, fought some mobs. Actually, most of these mob chunks were from the hunting dimension. That one's a good one. That one's a dud. Oh, these ones. Black Lotus is always good. We'll take them. Smite. We'll take that one anyways. And that. Might as well. Alright. So now the thing is we need I think for the rabbit, hang on. Yeah, the rabbit seeds, we need the rabbit chunks, which we need the raw rabbit. So we do need to make sure this rabbit, well, that's a baby rabbit. We don't want to kill that one. They're just all little baby rabbits. Where's the mommy rabbits and the daddy rabbits? Because if we just punch them, we get cooked. Ender shard. I know it kind of seems silly to program a rabbit in, but these are, I mean, they're fairly cheap. It's just an Eye of Ender is 3 of them. Okay, we're going to see. Okay, we captured one. Now we need to kill one. Alright. So it's programmed. Now, in order to get the raw, if I do it with the spell focus, you do end up getting the raw meat instead of the... Where did all the... They're like invisible. Over here. What is this? Red nether brick. That's pretty. The rabbit, I mean, mostly to make sure I have enough when I need to. Right now I just need a couple bits of the raw. But later I'm going to need some in order for the cosmic meatballs. They take rabbit meat and it has to be raw. And so it's mostly just to make sure I get enough rabbit later on. I mean, honestly, I could probably do that with all these other ones, but these other mobs are easier to find. I don't have to fly all the way to a desert to get the rabbits next time. So that's basically what I'm doing it now for. But actually, I think we're done here. So yeah, let's just work back. I heard the noise. I don't see it yet. There we go. It's still frozen. We've got some... Okay, that was weird. Like, the keys kept pushing themselves. That's gonna... not the right way. Oh, and the chunks aren't loading. Come on, chunks. There we go. Reload, please. Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm not terribly worried about the power. Ooh, a lucky rabbit's foot. I mean, eventually we're going to have enough power to, well, power everything we might ever want. And the, let's see, we need the tier 3. Spiders, we have spiders already. We will just drop these. Because eventually we're going to set up the ultimate generator, or whatever that, what is that called? Super reactor. Yeah. Well, the rainbow generator, I don't know if I'll actually automate that. Or just kind of, I mean, it is fun to run it, but the super reactor is, for all intents and purposes, infinite energy. And so if we can get that fueled, which, I mean, it's expensive, but hang on, where's the, yeah, we get the 9 what is that, like pentillion or whatever, sextillion, I can't remember exactly how many decimal places it is. We get that much per tick, so as long as you can supply it, you know, the tacos and everything. And so we are going to set up a system that auto generates all this eventually, just to sustain it, because that is one of the quest, is to set this up and make it sustainable. So once we have that, there's no need to worry about power. Although for the most part, the times that we're going to need the rabbits, we can probably just craft it from the essence, honestly. All right, so, well, we need our rabbit seed back. With 2 B's, 1 I. There we go. 1, 2. Come on. Boop. Boop. 2, 3, 4. All right. Intermedium. And a diamond. Currently it's a local single player world. I haven't moved it to a server. More than likely I'm going to, just because I'm going to need to AFK for long periods of time if I don't. And so it'd just be easier on a server, but I just haven't taken the time to set that up yet. And that's it. We need you and a living rock. But I might not actually set up the rabbit woot farm. Oh. I know there's a lot of craziness going to be involved with the whole no EMC thing. And the biggest hurdle, and I haven't actually decided if I'm going to complete it or not, is the creative chest. Because by many calculations, it's going to take months to years to generate enough of the materials in order to create just the final star shard. While we're here, let's get that. Actually, I did make that. So that's just what we did already again. All right. You make me one. And a diamond. Intermedium. And living rock. One, two, three, four. Boop. Oh, missed that. Yeah, and for the Frisian, that's definitely going to be the way it is, because the amount of, the amount I'm going to need just to, that is the wrong key. You need to leave that there in order to craft the seed. Yeah, and actually I could probably get that set up soon, because right now I've got an orchid and I've got 1,300 stacks, but that's probably either going to be just barely or not quite enough to finish off the armor. And there's a lot of the, like the coal. All this alchemical coal needs, or the alchemical coal. But you need this in order to get the dark matter. I mean, yeah, once you have the dark matter, I think you can do the blocks. Yeah. So we might not have to do like tons and tons and tons. We can just animate the dark matter blocks or whatever. Because there's a few things that need the dark matter. Probably. But, yeah, the wand of animation is going to be the biggest help. But yeah, you make a good point about... Actually, the wand of animation, for the things I'm going to need the absolute ton of, because if we just look at the final star shard, in order to get these, it's an exponential path down to coal. Now, I can take a shortcut, and this is what my current plan is I would shortcut the... Actually, here. Yeah, shortcut the Aeternalis fuel, because that's going to be the most EMC's worth per block spawn that I can use to craft into those. But I mean, it's still going to be at like hundreds of the mob duplicators running for months in order to get enough to craft even one, let alone the 17 or 18 I'm going to need to make the infinite amount of creative chests and stuff that I want at the end. But the final decision on if the creative chest is happening or not, I don't think has been made yet. Probably is not going to be made until I get to it, and how I feel at the time. But currently, the plan is to, but whether or not I change the plan based on things is a different thing. And click. No, on, please. On. There we go. Doot, 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 doot. Yeah, these ones look funny. We only have the one that was the match the last one. Sometimes that means that it's not done mutating. We are done though. Oh yeah. I have a bunch of them in the Lost Cities, and I think a couple have spawned in the overworld for me, but I haven't really messed with them at all yet. I do need to go searching for the good ones and, you know, make sure I get them. Alright, you can go in there, and you can go there. It is daytime, so we have to be slick. Yeah, the oil is a good one to get. I have the oil production kind of automated. They're too fast for me. There we go. Got the rabbits planted. And a steel. We'll go over here. There we go. All right. Put our extra seeds away. Now we will be back once we've got the Terra Steel ready to go. But for now, let's get the barrels set up and then go craft some Terra Steel. We're going to need 8 stacks of the Terra Steel in order to get the seeds. Or not 8 stacks, 8 blocks. So 72 barrel, boom boom. Come on, one of you too. Alright, so now I have in our satchel enough to make the 1 stack's worth. I guess those are extras. You know, the next because I don't know if you noticed when I was looking at the intermedium before, I do have the 102 intermedium ingots, so I just need to turn these into the Superium to upgrade the armor there. And so this was essentially all of the mana steel, mana pearls, and mana diamonds to convert into the Terra steel needed for the Superium. But we don't actually need all of this. We just need 7, 8. Yeah, we just need the 72. So that is all we need. So let's go to our orchid area, because that's where the most mana is. Now it's super laggy. And I always have to... Well, I will get the mana steel, or the Terra steel from the essence. And then those you can turn into the mana spirit. So yeah, we have to fight the guy a lot, but yeah, but that's essentially what I'm doing, is crafting the seeds. And you only need 72 of the Terra steel in order for that. But this is my Terra steel crafting area. Oh. It is semi-automated. Let's see, right now we have 0. So it does go pretty quick with the amount of mana that's nearby. But we do have a lot to work still. It's 3, 4, 5, and actually, let me... Oh, we have that already. Let me at least make some help here. 3. Oh, come on. I need your recording. I don't know which ones of those it is. Come on, I want you recording sounds. Okay, you're empty now. I guess it's full of sounds already. Alright, still in place. Try and get the most annoying ones first. Probably Endoflame. Okay, I can do that. Actually, is it Endoflame or is it... I think this one. Come on. There we go. Yeah, the pressure plate, I know. Should be the wooden pressure plate here. I guess we've got both the click and the click off, the click on and click off. Alright, not quite as painful. The Endoflame sounds are still pretty loud though. Let's make more of these. I think I had that on there. What is that sound? Is that the cloth break? Stone break, we got stone place. It might be the armor equip. Alright, give me just a second here. One armor equip. There we go. Ah. Oh, that's so much better. Alright, so let me, you said you're in the voice. Alright. It says authenticating. RTC connecting. Voice connected.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I was gonna say about your mana gen. If you're opening loot bags or you have a mob farm, I didn't see if you did, but the black lotus and the blacker lotus is how I've always done it. And as long as you got a decent mob farm, you'll be getting those relatively fast.
I do have a mob farm. It's not actually running at the moment, and I haven't set up any of the loot bag openings. But yeah, I know that. I mean, I've actually opened some in order to get the lotuses. So
yeah, I mean that's how I did in Ozone 2. I mean, I had an Endoflame just to drop a little bit of mana in it, and then I just straight up did the blacker lotuses.
yeah,
just because it was so much quicker and lag friendly.
Well, I mean, for the most part, I only come here when I need the mana, and making these seeds might be some of the last mana I actually need. But yeah, I probably will set up the loot bag opener. The main reason I haven't yet, because I just didn't want to set up all the storage for it. But I've got the ME system now, so I could just keep adding on storage cells and stuff. So I could probably set up the loot bag opening now.
Yeah, it was just a suggestion, no, what do you call it? Not trying to backseat game you or anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, I honestly don't mind too much with that, but I know there's a lot of people that are really upset about it. And for the most part, I've heard most of the suggestions. Like, there's some things I'm like, I've never messed with this before. I have no idea. But I've seen plenty of other playthroughs of this mod pack and other mod packs that a lot of the tricks I've heard of at least before, if not used them myself.
Right. No, I mean, I can tell you're obviously, well, one, far along. Oh, do you know about twerking for the trees?
Yeah. Well, and I have the Dandelions, and I wanted to get that set up. Although most of the mana is actually being produced by the Kekamuris, because they go really fast and quick.
Yeah, I haven't gotten, because I'm playing on Kappa as well, and I haven't gotten to Botania yet. But when I do, I'm thinking for mana gen, I'm actually gonna go with Cake.
Yeah, that's the Kekamuris. I'll show you. I've got, I guess, 16 of the flowers set up over in one of the corners. Should be right there.
And Astral Sorcery.
Oh yeah, you can turn what's the pumpkins?
Convert pumpkin into cake. So I kind of want to do that whole setup. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. But I just have the... Oh, I think I'm going too fast. I think most of my mana pools are empty now. Yeah, I keep clicking too fast. So we have 31 of the 72 we need, so we'll just go do something else while we wait.
Yeah, Terrastill's not bad as long as you got all the sparks and the mana.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I see Ali said hi. I had the Discord actually covering up my chat, so I didn't see you until now. I apologize. Okay, can you load in chunks, please? There we go. I was going to say less than greater than 3. Okay, that's a new one I haven't seen before. I've seen the less than /3, like I broke your heart, but I haven't seen the less than greater than 3 yet. Alright, well the other seeds, we could look at them, because we wanted the Star Metal, the Refined Obsidian, the Signalum, and the Invar. Now the Refined Obsidian is one that is going to need the 8 blocks as well. And I don't think... No, we haven't auto-crafted that yet. So... actually, I forget. This is automatically eaten up by my my thing here. So I'm just going to, oh, are you? I'll just take it there. Find. We will tell you to make 200. All right, crafting pattern, or not crafting, processing. So actually, let's do, we'll say 8 makes 8. And that goes, where is it? Ozone compressor. There we go. Now I need a 13, so I need 59. No, it's just going to do the 64, right? Because it has to be multiples of 8. Do we have any obsidian or osmium already? Yeah, we do have a fair bit. Is that auto-crafted? No. Alright, let's that go. Yeah, I changed the timers my bot says, and so it keeps saying I'm insane now. Do 73. There we go. Now, can you? Or do you have to use the? Yeah, you do have to factorizer it. Right, ender ingots. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Craft, not creaft. Ding seed. Do. Doot. All right, we got that one done and that one done. Invar, we should have enough. We don't need all 30, but to do. All right, iron. And nickel. And then that is the blue. Okay, so Stardust. Oh, I have to actually... Actually, that one is a tier 4. All of these are. So let's just do 12. Oops. Crafting. Do we need the blue ones? Aw.
So I just looked at the recipe for the wand of animation. I didn't realize what it was in Kappa yet.
Oh, it's crazy. I probably need the RF tools dimension for it with the Frisian ore. Because I think, don't you need a bunch of like pink matter or something like that?
Lime matter.
Lime, that's right.
That's new to Project D. And you need 1, 2, 3, 6 creative essence.
Yeah, which is a lot of stuff. Now I can make you.
And pink slime and ethereal slates from Blood Magic.
Yeah.
Or even in Blood Magic.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I have 2 altars set up. One with one for crafting and one just to keep my network charged. Both of them with the Well of Suffering underneath. They're being charged by cows. What am I looking? The crafting seed.
Okay, I see your creative chest recipe now. The creative planks. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and then the biggest thing is, like I said, those final star shards. Okay, we have those. Can we do all of these at once? Silver, copper. We do have a silver one here. Copper, I don't have a seed on me.
So I guess you could say I cheated a little bit. I changed the fake player conceive configuration to yes or true, because the animated or the sifting wheel, water wheel or whatever, is so horrible that I wanted to use it with the mechanical user.
Oh.
And just kind of passively having it going. Like I got 816 stacks of iron.
Yeah, well, this is my setup. I just have this, and then I just put tons and tons of wheels. I think it's 50 different wheels on there. Yeah, rotation, effective rotation of 25. So there's 50 of the water wheels attached. So it goes quick, but it's not. I mean, I don't have it running right now, so
that causes lag, and with the animations and stuff, and
yeah.
I don't know. I just try to be as lag free as possible.
Yeah, I do have a fair amount of lag in the overworld here that I should correct. That's just the star metal.
Personally, I don't see it as cheating, because I mean, what's the difference whether you use a water wheel or a mechanical user? I mean, it effectively does the same thing, right?
Yeah, but I think one of the things is like the way the pack is set up, it kind of encourages you to move on to the quote unquote better way of doing it after you can. And so yeah, the sieving is nice, but like the crops can go faster, and for the certain things that the crops are too slow, you have the animated blocks, you have RF tools dimensions that you can do. So
I mean, I would argue with that just because,
copper, that's right.
Having 156 stacks of copper and not even having it running right now, like, because if you just have this constantly generating cobble, and I only have it as a 4x4, but all my meshes are enchanted with Civ Fortune 3 and Efficiency 5. So, it sieves pretty fast, and being 16, what, quarter stack at a time.
Yeah.
And just going all the time. I mean, I bet if I bump this up to a 8x8 and could supply it with enough gravel, I bet it could be faster than what do you call it? Magical crops.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get imaginary time block. Well, you can sieve the imaginary time block too. Or yeah, you can get it. We're working on the sieve. But you get the plant gatherers with all the different ways of making the plants grow faster. I mean, it's every time it runs through its cycle, it's harvesting more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if you get them 10 by 10, then I think I always use like a mechanical user and a scythe or a sickle, whatever, and then just have it constantly click, 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 click.
Yeah, well, the fastest way is actually leave them one by one and have a dedicated plant gatherer per plant.
See, the first time I played through this pack, I mean, it was on normal mode, obviously, when it first came out. And I wondered if, because I used the garden cloches, and I was wondering if that was faster than 10-10-10ing the crops.
I tried that with, well, it was in the area that I have for the Pneumaticraft capacitors and transistors that I have. And it was just using the potatoes and the hemp seeds, and it was much slower from my experiences. Now, I didn't put the best fertilizer in, but I didn't want to have to set up the system for it either. But the plant gatherer on a 3x3 with some lily pads of fertility just around it ended up being a whole lot faster than I would need in order to keep up with, generating the oil.
Okay.
So that's what I did there. So we'll go back to the agri. Alright, we're going to be here a while. We'll turn the plants off. And you saw how fast this goes with the 10-10-10ing the seeds. It's really not that bad. I probably could set it up to go faster.
Nah, dude.
If I wanted to, but there's no reason to.
Especially when it's passive, like you don't have to do the crossbreeding. It can breed with itself being turned on.
Yeah. I mean, if I want to make it faster, I can get my watering can out and water the glowstone.
Or when you get to the time block,
Yeah.
you know, that will replace the glow.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still need a light in the center here, but I could have that up here.
Except I'm pretty sure it's only a 9x9 it works in. Well, total, so it'd be from the center out 4 in every direction.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
I should check to see how far I am. I think it's just farther into Galacticraft that I need to do to get that. Oh, here, let's finish breaking this.
Let's see, Growth Crystal Tier 3 times 4.
Oh, don't want to throw that one away. I've got this one. I think that's the second level one. How come you're not going? Oh, there you go. 10, 10, 10.
You can make capacitors and transistors, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can make the imaginary time block now. If you have the advanced crafting table.
It's these guys. I need the white gems. And that has to be from Uranus.
Oh.
So that's the gate that I'm blocked by there. You there. Got 7 that match. It's actually pretty promising. Sure enough. Two. Okay. Next. Here, you can get started. Signalum. Boop.
Alright, man. I'm saving up for 25,000 sparks.
What is the 25,000?
The chance cube.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be probably nowhere near my base. If I do put one in my base, it's going to have a very high price tag.
10,000 real dollars.
That might actually work, actually.
Yeah, I'd start over and blow up my base for $10,000.
The thing is, you're more likely to get the 10,000 if it's for charity than if it's for just your own bank account, though.
This is true. But probably no money right now. Until people start going back to work.
I had 9 that all matched each other. Is it done? It is! I don't have to dupe them. Alright. I think we might actually be... No, we've got enough space still. We are nearing the last bit, though. Okay. It's like instant. There we go. Signalum seeds. Star metal. First try. Invar. I'm getting better at this. Drop these off. And go back home. Do.
Hello.
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 Got more people.
Goodbye.
Who was that? I didn't even see.
A PNG image of an apple.
Oh, I know who that is. Four. Two, three, four.
Right back.
All right. Now these, there's no... Okay, so you have to craft these first. All right. Let's get that recipe done. Oh. There you are. Right there. Yep, auto-craftable. Perfect. Now, Terra Steel and Elementium. Let's go check on our mana. Do. I'm so glad that I put the noise patterns in there. Alright, we are at 31.
And this is nice. Now that I got that crude oil cow, I can build a distillation tower and get straight diesel that way instead of biodiesel.
Yeah.
Although gasoline is also an option. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I haven't either. That'd be a fun one to set up in some pack.
Yeah, I haven't messed much with all the new thermal. And they updated a lot of their stuff with the different liquids they added.
Yeah, there's a couple things I've done, like with the resin and stuff. Can't remember which pack it was, but I needed to do something with it, and so I set it up just enough to get what I needed to get the quest done, and then moved on. Yeah, I'm very much liking this mod pack though, because it has enough quests to get you through everything, but then enough of the other things that it's like, oh, in order to do that, I'm going to need to set this other crazy system up.
Oh yeah. Did you ever play Project Ozone 2?
No.
That is by far to me the best pack ever made for modded, just because it's 1.7 and it's so well put that it's a real blast to play.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that one. Infinity Evolved is... I've heard by other people that it's the same sort of thing where they feel it's the best one ever put together. But all right, you guys need to eat the cakes faster. Yeah, this is my cake farm down here. Well, not in the hole, please. I can get out of the hole. So yeah, I've just got cow seeds and chicken seeds, and then over here, actually set up for the dandelions. There's the farm up there that does the nature seeds, and so this is crafting all the cellular blocks. But then I'm also taking the nature essence over there into this crafter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he crafts the eggs, the milk, the wheat, the sugar cane, and the sugar, and then the cake itself. So super easy. I've seen it done with the using soy as well if you don't have the mystical crops.
See, instead of a no EMC run, I'm probably gonna do an, as much as I can, no Agacraft run.
Yeah. Well, the thing oh my goodness, load chunks, load. I mean, as fun as it is to do the no EMC, like, in order to get all the quests, you still have to create the things and then just not use them.
Yeah, I never really understood the no EMC. I mean, I can understand limited EMC or only for certain items or whatever, but to me, I've never really had that appeal.
Yeah.
I mean, but if that's what you're into, you know, it's all you.
Well, I wanted to, take on the challenge. I don't know if it's something I would do again in a different pack that's, similar, but it is definitely a big challenge. And honestly, right now, I haven't even gotten to the point where I could use EMC. And so I could change my mind as soon as I get the transmutation table or whatever, and like, nope, screw that, I'm not doing it. So
yeah, and as far as I know, like, they designed this pack with the intention, because Jester was already doing the no EMC run when they were working on this pack. Like, it was designed for EMC, even with him in mind.
yeah. And people have asked him if he was going to, and so far he said he's not planning on it. But he always does leave it open that he might. Yeah, but this is fun to watch.
I don't think he'll do it. It's just way too much.
Yeah, and
he might try it.
And he said that since he tested normal mode, Titan mode, and Kappa mode, he's like, I am burned out over expert level packs. And so, like, the packs that he made a couple recently, and they're like super easy, like kitchen sink style, where it's like there's no complicated recipes. If there's any changes I'm going to make, it's to make it easier, kind of thing.
See, I'm not a fan of that. I like Ozone 2, which I didn't think was a hard pack at all. Some people did, but as long as you knew the mods and you knew where shortcuts can be taken, I guess, and like you set up infrastructure early,
yeah,
Ozone 2 Kappa mode was not hard by any means. Those are the packs I liked. Like Animatica 2 Expert was pretty good. My son was born around the time I was in the midway, so I kind of quit playing Minecraft for a while.
Yeah, I never did the expert mode. I did the normal mode of Enigmatica 2. But that was... I had just finished... well, I didn't actually finish either one. I gave up before I was done, just because I'm like, well, well, if you want to know the reason, watch the last episodes of the series on YouTube. But so there's Modern Skyblock 3 that I did a playthrough of, and that one was kind of expert level. And then I did FTB Continuum, which they use those EFAB tables are horrendous.
Dude, I played 10 minutes of it, and then when I realized you couldn't automate the EFAB and they used it all the way to endgame, I said, FTB sucks at making packs. They should just quit. And I never played it again.
Well, you can get an automatable version of the EFAB, but it doesn't speed it up any. And so, like, you have to make like 30 of them if you want it to actually go at a reasonable speed to give you all the end game stuff. Yeah.
For each, yeah, because I watched some people play through, and I was just like, no.
Yeah, the most tedious things on there, and I've actually given people that were looking at it, I told them, if you're going to play through all the way through the end, the advice I would give is, as soon as you can, get the EFAB automated, constantly creating the raw hardeners, because that is the thing you wait for the most at the end.
Yeah, plus I'm not too much of a fan of bees. Like, I don't mind bees if I got to do it a little bit, but you know, when it's required and they force you to go all the way through it, yeah, that's not me.
Yeah, I don't mind bees personally. It was kind of fun to use the different career bees for the things that they use them for.
Yeah, I did like the way they messed with the was it Tema, I think, redid bees. The guy who made extra, is it extra utilities?
Yeah, RW Tema, yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who did he made the career bees and all that.
Yeah. So if we want more mana pools, we want 1, 2, 3. And then 16 more. I guess I could have said 20 and then -1. Of course we're missing things.
Blue is input, right?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, because my distillation tower is not accepting any fluid.
Alright, can we get... How many more do we have to do? 21? Probably don't quite have enough yet. It's going slow now. One more. I think, let's see. I have one. that. Actually, if I drop it in here, it's going to get sucked up by the thing up there. Let me go out here. I wonder, would it be faster? It probably would be. To just set up the loot bag opener now?
I would. And I mean, you're gonna get a whole bunch of enchanted books. So if you want extra power, you can have those all going into a
The enchantment thing, yeah.
the generator. I mean, I don't know how much power it's really gonna be. The problem is like they don't have a filing cabinet in this mod pack. So I did the 2x2 drawers, and then I just had them all go into those. I'd make probably what 2 or 3 openers.
Yeah, I have seen for the books where you just get a bunch of large crates and just have all the books go into there.
Yeah, one of the things I ended up cheating it in because there's no crafting recipe. I think they forgot to. Is the item filter for the extra utilities trash can, because the translocator, or not translocators, but
these guys. I think they removed the recipe on purpose.
Well, they removed the translocator ones, because they want you to use, I guess extra utility or thermal, which is fine. But I think they forgot that this goes inside the trash can, and I use that for all the armor out of the mob farm because that's the best way to filter it.
Yeah.
No metadata, or don't ignore metadata, ignore durability, all that other crap.
I mean, you can do that with this, though, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
You just have to go at conduit speed.
Well, I mean, 15 speed upgrades is super fast.
Yeah, it's a stack every few ticks, but that's not as fast as the translocators or stuff.
Well, no, these filters are for, I just put it on just on the trash can. And only on the input, so just for the trash. That was it. Like, it's not really, to me, it's not really
you can put the filters on the inputs side of the conduits and then just have like 20 different export sides.
So I figured out my problem with the why the distillation tower is not accepting the oil. Apparently the crude oil is the thermal one, and I need the galactic craft one.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. Industrial Foregoing's got the fluid dictionary converter.
You can put that in this refinery.
Yeah, I'm not up to which I do want LPG because that's the best fuel.
Well, and you need it for all the plastic you need to.
Yeah, I don't know if LPG cows are disabled or not.
I don't know. I haven't seen any.
Ozone 2.
But yeah, Ozone 2, that was the trick, is you just get an LPG cow. Oh yeah, I've done this whole thing too. Naphtha, or however it's pronounced, to the refined fuel.
Yeah, I mean, I've done the refined fuel, and then the gasoline isn't bad. I mean, it does decent power.
That's the crude, and then the blend. Yeah, and this was the weirdest thing because like, okay, I can get I can get that from immersive, or I can do these, which is essentially the same thing. It's just using the fluid transposer instead of the squeezer.
Yeah, and with the thermal upgrades, it's not
Yeah.
too bad.
Yeah, so you could probably get the same sort of setup as you do for this. It's just instead of these 4 machines, you just have sawmills and transposers and stuff.
Well, I wanted the distillation tower with the cow, so I can have. Well, I don't need lubricant. Not really. But I wanted the gas and the diesel because I can throw those in either the diesel generator if I want to do that, the extra utilities generators, or the thermal, and just use ender tanks and just have localized power everywhere.
Yeah, and I've wondered if it was disabled or if you can using the core samplers, find the ones with the oil and use pump jacks to get it out.
You can, but you have to do it in Twilight and Landia, and probably the mining dimension.
Okay, so not here in the overworld.
I don't think so. I mean, actually, because I don't know if it has that check where it has to see bedrock or not. Because you have to it has to have a clear view of bedrock, but I don't know if that's a requirement.
Come on, engineering block. There we go. I want to try.
Well, I'm sure the sample will work, but when you pull out the pump jack, it'll because the end of the pump jack, you have to either dig down to bedrock, or if the config option is create it, you have to put piping down to bedrock, like Sevtech had.
Yeah, I don't know. Where's my hammer? Come on. What is it? That's output. Oh, you're telling me that this thing doesn't recharge in my inventory. That's stupid. This one will. Output. I get lava.
I guess that would be a test to what do you call it? Throw a pump jack down and see if it actually pulls up lava, and that way you could always do the oil that way.
Well, assuming you can find the oil, yeah, but yeah, you might have to go to a different dimension, but you can use the ender tanks in order to get it.
Yeah, I know most people just they'll go to the Twilight or Landia and they'll see it out in the open, and they'll just grab it there.
Yeah, but does that indicate that a pump jack would pull it up if you just see a
I
surface
think they
pool?
use like either a builder or something else to pump up the fluid.
I forget, what does it say I need? Steel scaffolding, treated wood fence, fluid pipe. Steel scaffolding. I think we need some sheet metal too. Fence. Alright, how many of each? Four sheet metal, 11 scaffolding. Thought I had a recipe for it. Come on, steel. And the sheet metal, I need plates. I think I just needed 4 of that, didn't I? Yeah. So 6 fence. How many steel blocks? I think you only needed 1 or 2. Just 2. Alright, fluid pipe. Heavy, light, and redstone. Okay. Engineering block. And copper. Alright, got everything. There's my projector.
I wonder if this is not or dictionaried on purpose.
Probably.
Well, I mean, if you look at like, just look up crude oil, and there's the thermal and then the galacticraft. Everything is the same except for the distillation.
Yeah. I know that they wanted you to kind of use the vats to make the nutrient distillation.
The refinery with the biodiesel and the nutrient
Yeah.
to make that oil. Yeah. I actually did that on my first playthrough.
Nope, that is a block, I believe. Yeah. Oh, that's another block. Where's the magic block? There we go. Of course, it would be right in the spot. Okay. Power in here. Thought I could stand on that.
Yeah, if this works, I might set this up on my world.
All right. It gives you lava at least. Now the question is, can you find the oil? Oh, I'm using my N-mergy. I did learn that it uses exactly the 8000 RF that it holds in order to do the full sample. So if you drop it down and charge it up and then remove the power, you're not wasting any energy.
I think you could just give it a redstone signal and don't need to give it any power.
Really? Thought you had to power it.
Well, it's worth a shot, right? It has to be on it, I believe.
Huh? No. It pulls it.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't seem to work.
Maybe it's a config option or something. Because I've seen packs where you just throw in redstone signal.
Now, redstone signal will probably start it. There's lava again. Let me get the wrench, because that'll pick these up quicker. Say not that wrench. There's oil. So yeah, I would give it a shot. these guys can go. This goes here. This, and this, and this. We'll put that in there too. All right, loot bag. That's the wrong thing. Actually, we are going to want this here. And no, let's just make some ender chests. We will do light blue. All right. We'll hook it to this one for now. Yeah, these are the ones that give the blacker.
Yeah, but I mean, the other ones give the black lotuses, and there's going to be a lot more.
Yeah,
because it's
switch
400, right?
Yeah, I just want it fast right now. Oh, I guess I can watch my.
I just got a refined fuel cow that just spawned.
Oh, that's nice. These.
He might be my new power.
These are not going. Does it have to go into the top? That's what I want to know.
Oh no, dude, they didn't work with translocators, I noticed. I had to do mine with conduits.
Okay. Both in and out, probably?
Yeah, or outworked and in didn't, or something like that, I can't remember. But I just ended up conduiting everything.
There you are. Boop. We will turn up off for now. All right, you go in. Okay. Well, you can pull them out.
Well, I found 7 million millibuckets of oil.
Well, that's nice. And the good thing about the way those pump jacks work is after it, uses all those 7 million, it will still pull it out. It's just at a much slower pace. Mine was 13 million.
I mean, that's only 7,000 buckets. It's not. That's actually not even that much, to be honest.
And this one here, I don't actually use anymore. No, actually, that's not true. I do. I'm refining it into the Galacticraft fuel over here. But you don't need a ton of it, so I'm not worried about. Because I never did automate the input of these things. At least not here. I did in the other area.
Oh, okay. From ME to that chest. I got you.
No, I did it from plants.
Oh, okay.
So the only thing being sent to this area is power. Everything else is created from the area. And I could actually set the power up. Yeah, so I've got hemp and potato there that's providing the biodiesel. And then over here, I set these up before I had the higher level crafters. And so this is all the different things here that are needed to craft the skeleton skulls and fermented spider eyes. So it's got, nether, skeleton, stone, spider, dirt, and so on.
That's
and
then, pretty laggy there, huh?
It is, yeah. Then over here I have lapis and the dye. And then I grab the nature from over there as well, and that makes the I guess it's in this crafter. That creates my 3 dyes for
your plastic mixers, yeah.
Yeah. Yep, and then that gets the 2 plastics there, and they go over into here. And then this is how I get the transistors back to my main setup. The capacitors, they always are getting stuck. Like I'm not making the melodic fast enough. But yeah, I need to edit the program here because it's.
Oh, are you using
RF Tools Control?
Oh, okay. There's ComputerCraft if you're familiar with that. I'm not.
I've never done ComputerCraft. I mean, I probably could figure it out easy enough. I know that like you have to use like the Lua programming language and other stuff like that, which I'm not scared of. I mean, I'm a software engineer in my day job, so I'm not scared of programming. But it's just one of those things like, which is going to be easier for me on stream to learn. I forget there's villagers here.
I mean, isn't Lua kinda like Unix?
Kind of.
Or, I mean, I'm familiar with Unix a little bit, but
Yeah, it's very similar to like shell scripting that you would do.
yeah, one of the places I worked at, we still had Unix benches, so that sucked.
But I think the biggest issue with this program is I tried to shortcut it a bit. Is if you look, I said go here, pull the things out, and then put them in, and then wait for it to be done. I didn't verify the things there, then pull it out, then verify the next things there, then pull it out. So if I'd have done that, I would have had to wait like on each of these fetch operations. And so that's all I have to do is I just need to add those in, and then that wouldn't keep failing.
So instead of computer craft, you should actually do XNet. It's better. It's made by the same guy who made RF tools, and it's just lag friendly.
Yeah.
For checking. I don't know how familiar you are.
I've used XNet a few times for other things, but like in this area, I love this because it keeps the certain items in stock. So like if I ever need a bunch more vivid, I just come and grab them. Or if I need the energetic or the energetic capacitors, there's a few things that need them, and so I'm like, I'll just go grab them.
Oh yeah, I mean it's nice to have.
Oh, and this Woot farm, it's got a bunch of bags here backed up as well. I could probably turn it off for a while.
Hell, or just straight up pipe out of the back of those into a loot opener and then into an ender chest.
Oh
and then
yeah.
have the ender chest go directly into your system, and you don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, let's check. Do we have any blacker stuff yet? We have 18, 19.
I set up a comparator onto my magic pool with a dropper above, fueled by the AE system.
Yeah.
For the blacker lotuses. Then I'll just automatically fill it as soon as it drops down.
Right. I am going to want to drop them over there, so I need to put this. Alright, now did it pick up anything? No, looks like we're good. Although we waited long enough, we have enough mana for everything.
Yeah, but I mean, if you ever need, I think you need mana to do the mana converter thing. What is that? It's a modular machine.
Oh yeah. And I could probably set something up there in order to automatically create the mana through that as well. Because there's certain recipes that will create mana for you, which might be easier to automate.
Yeah, see, that's what I enjoy doing, is just automating everything.
4 more. And last one.
Do you have a weather boss woot
Yeah.
setup? How much power does that drain?
It's only like the 6,000 per tick, but it is 900 ticks. I think. What is it set up for now? I think it might be doing the wither skellies right now. Yeah. But yeah, I've got Guardians, Ender Dragons, Alpha Yetis. That was just to get the stuff real quick.
Oh, the armor, yeah.
Yeah, and that's to get the Athaxium. There's the Withers. Let me make sure I have enough stuff here. 2 stacks of skulls, that'll be a while. But yeah, it's 6,000, but overall it's 5,654,880 RF. But yeah, the biggest issue is the 900 ticks here. But you do get 4 withers at a time. And I would love to set up a whole system that would craft the end crystals and then feed them into automating a Woot Dragon farm as well. And then just, I mean, you could say, okay, when you have the 24 in storage, go ahead and disable the redstone signal to let it go. But
I mean,
it would be fun.
What would you need?
It would be fun.
I mean, besides fun, what would you need it for?
Well, not much, honestly, because the things that you need the dragons, well, there's the green, the green hearts you can only get from the dragons, but the hearts are for the awakened draconium. You can use crops. You can use crops for the dragon eggs. But yeah, you don't need very many green hearts, and so that's the biggest thing I'd set it up for, is just to get the hearts and a handful of dragon eggs.
I still haven't even fought the dragon in my world. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, well, I didn't bring the Ender Shard the first time I fought the dragon, so I fought it twice. But this is the trophy from the first time I fought it. And then this is the egg and the heart.
What do you mean, Ender Shard?
Oh, to program the Woot farm with.
Oh, okay. Oh, that, yeah.
Oh, it started over again.
Dude, I used Woot when it first came out, back at the beginning of 110. I think it was in all the mods 1. And that was the last time I've used it. And it's changed so much since then.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty good. And then I've also, have you done much with deep mob learning?
I mess with it a little bit in, let's Sky Factory 4. But to be honest, that pack, I did not like it at all. I thought it was horribly done. Like, if you're gonna have, say mechanism in the pack and then disable pretty much everything, then why do you even have mechanism in the pack?
True,
Like,
yeah.
mechanism is one of my favorite mods, and you're gonna like disable everything on it? Come on. Yeah, I was not a fan of the way that pack was put together.
Yeah, and I really liked the Skyblock series. I think Skyblock 1 was the best Skyblock. But I think since Bacon Donut handed it over to other people to develop, it just
Dark
wasn't
Oso
as fun.
Did 3, and 3 was good, I thought.
Wasn't this the recipe? Oh, I need a Mana Steel Seed.
Yeah, because Dark Oso did. Actually, he did.
I think he did
Sky
2.5.
Factory 2. Or yeah, he did 2.5, 3, and 4.
Yeah. Well, and like with 2.5 and 3, Bacon Donut was still very much kind of the brains behind a lot of the decisions, but
yeah,
he just didn't keep doing that. With Sky Factory 4, it was pretty much like, here's the idea, I want it not from sieving and not from chickens, come up with something else, and they did the trees.
But now, I like the tree idea.
Yeah, and the trees was really good. But yeah, like you said, the configuration with the the pipes, any pipe, whether it was fluid pipe or like item pipes or whatever, it was like, here's the one I want you to use, and I'm disabling all the rest. I didn't like that. And the whole bit with the prestige and kind of turning it into its mini little idle game, that was kind of dumb.
Well, like I was just upset with it, mad at it, whatever, and I was like, okay, but I watched Dyer play it, and honestly, it didn't look like he was enjoying it, or sounded like he was enjoying it at all.
Yeah, and I have a YouTube series of me going through it as well, which I didn't get all the way through the quests, and I can't remember where it was when I left off. But it was getting to the point where it's like, okay, this is really tedious now. Can I move on?
Yeah, I mean the deep mob learning is a cool mod. I actually do want to play with that mod in a not necessarily a kitchen sink pack, but a different pack.
Yeah, well, I have a Skyblock pack that I'm working on with it in it. It's like minimal mods, and so it's like the rule of thumb I gave myself for of which mods goes in is you have to have a specific purpose, and it can't be done by something else. And so, like, for the machines, I have mechanism, but I don't have thermal, I don't have Ender IO. Because it's like, well, if you need a crusher, just use the mechanism one.
Yeah. The only counter, because I mean, I've made my own mod packs before too, and my only counter to that would be mechanism pipes can't go in one block like Ender IOs can.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not something that's like, oh, I have to have that in order for my mod pack to be playable.
No, I mean, you don't have to, but
yeah, it's definitely a nice to have. And like the goal behind it is to make it so that people with low resource machines would be able to go through the entire pack and it not be super laggy on them. I mean, that was the designed kind of from the get-go. It was actually that other guy that popped into the Skype call for a bit that talked to me about it originally, and so it's partially his idea as well.
Yeah, I actually had a lot of fun making my own mod packs. Learning, I mean, Java is pretty easy, but just learning how the config files work and how to change all that and add recipes and stuff.
Yeah. All right, can I do it this time without it crossbreeding? Woohoo, first try. Do 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 do. And it's always these chunks right here that have a trouble loading.
How many translocators you got in this area?
Oh, well, the ones that you saw down there, got those ones. Not very many, but yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah, that'll cause some major lag.
Barrel. That, and I think these barrels hook to the ME system through the connector is a source of the lag, at least in the ME system, when you like inventory when you're opening it up. Come on, can I fly? Thank you.
It could also, do you have a battery battery hooked up to your ME system? Or
I've got two dense cells here. So it's the the storage, energy storage in there, and in here that is the energy storage. Yeah, but I've got these, I guess that's 9. I think everything else here is conduits.
Yeah, see, I always set up the ender chests, and then usually I just only set up one with the stack upgrades and 3 accelerator cards, and for the most part that's always fast enough. If not, I'll add in a second import bus on that ME chest, and I'll use white as my input for every mob farm to craft or whatever.
Yeah, and I haven't set that up. That's part of what I've been waiting, because my mob farm is this little guy down there. Oh, nope, right there. And for the most part, he's turned off. And the main reason is that it's just that the barrels back up with the armor.
See, that's why I cheated in the filter. Just because of that reason. That's why I don't call it cheating.
You reconfigured it.
Well, I mean, I think originally they had the filing cabinet mod in here, but it kept lagging or messing up or something. So,
well, I don't think it was a filing cabinet. I think it was the anti-barrel from the Yaba there, because
they enabled that too.
And that is, I've seen that crash games before. And I know how to work around it. So like if I put it in, I could do it such that it wouldn't do that. But the biggest thing is like you don't have that, like you don't go directly into its GUI. It's like you always work with it through an import bus or export bus or a storage bus or something like that. Some other interface that is made to handle, thousands and thousands of things.
Yeah, most people aren't smart enough to know how to, like, I played on servers and people are just unfamiliar with how to be lag friendly and stuff like that in general.
Don't need that. Okay, how many? So we're gonna need the 72 as well. Oh, actually I should turn the thing on. Forgot to flip the lever. And we will make it go faster. And I haven't really needed to speed up these plants any faster than this one little farm is doing it anyways. Which is still pretty slow. But I'm probably going to get at least some of the plants that are going to need a whole lot more, and I'll just duplicate some of the seeds and have dedicated little farms for them. Alright, that's probably enough. And a bit more. And it's not too far off as much as I need. Oh wait, no. I don't need 8 blocks of the elementium, I just need 4. And that is the star one. Do.
Yeah, one thing I do like about Project Ozone is they do make you dive into mods that you normally wouldn't. Like, for example, magnetic craft.
Yeah.
I might only use like 1 or 2 things for magnetic craft, but now you're making me use hydraulic press is the only way to get these plates.
Yeah.
I normally would never set that up.
Yeah, so like I use this, and then these two things. Yeah, so this is for, I actually put a stack of tungsten in last time I was
That's
here.
what I'm making right now, yeah.
Yeah, and then this guy, this was, I think it was a quest to set this up.
Yeah, it was. I actually have a cobblestone generator on top of the that crusher right there, and it's feeding a barrel, and I'm getting both the gravel and the sand or whatever, and then I'm also taking off of that cobblestone generator and throwing it through two actually addition crushers to get my dust.
Nice.
And that's what feeds my sieve. So I just got the barrels with infinite upgrades, and they just run. It's like, oh, I'm running low on diamonds. Oh, I only got 8 stacks.
Yeah, this is what I had set up. The placers and mechanical users with the sledgehammer, and then I made 2 of those and 1 of those, and then that just sets them down here. And then whatever one I want, I just flip the switch, and then it starts piping them in.
Oh, by the way, if you go to config, mod configurations, and you go to the X Naliho, you can actually turn off the sieve animation, and it'll help with lag. So it'll still be sieving, it's just it won't do that rotate around in a circle.
Alright, let's go make these. It is nighttime after all. Although for the seeds you don't need much starlight. Oh, I waited too long. No, I cut it off. I was waiting to see if I could cut the music off. Because if you change dimensions while the music is playing, it doesn't finish. Oh, I went to the wrong one anyways. I actually thought about setting up a player detector here to turn this on so that it would turn off automatically and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's real cheap too. Or you could do the RF Tools wireless redstone and then just turn it off before you warp.
Yeah.
And then warp.
So in the dimension it would never be on, yeah. Go faster. Go faster. Come on, last one. There we go. 2 more spots.
And I remember the first time playing Ozone 2, and when I made the Pneumaticraft little assembly line, like, thought that was the coolest setup.
Look,
With the little arms that reach in.
the translocators are even in a different chunk.
But it's also just that dimension, because they lag out servers sometimes too, right?
Yeah. There we go. Barrel.
I mean, you could always... Do you have remote ME setup?
No.
Because if you had that set up, you could always move all those barrels to, what do you call it? Well, the simple void world, and then just remote ME it, if you think that really is the cause.
But like the lag, from what I understand, the lag with the storage bus on here, it was specific to like when you first go in, it's blank for a while before it shows you what you have. Like that's what that was, from what I understand. That's what's causing that. And then the more items you have in the barrels, the worse and worse it gets.
See, when I my first playthrough, by the time I got to ME, I actually got rid of all my barrels, just simply because I didn't like the fact that I can't compress. I mean, the infinite storage is nice, but I like the compression. You could try this and see if it helps. So you have the normal default barrels, and you see how the corners are missing, and you can see light through them. Go ahead and
just repaint them or whatever.
Repaint them and make them all just solid, and no borders or nothing, where it only shows the image, and see if that actually helps out at all.
I mean, yeah, it might. Let's see.
I mean, what's the harm, right? Like, either it helps or it doesn't.
Yeah.
Not gonna make it worse, that's for sure.
What do I need? Come on, calculator. Calculate quicker. Use more Terra steel. That's because I pre-crafted the intermedium. Which I probably could do again for the next set. Missing platinum. We'll do this one. Nope. Platin. Nope, we don't have. Now do it.
But yeah, how you're talking about, you only want to put in mods that add value. I feel in creating a mod pack. Sorry.
Yeah, and I did a lot of the development for it on stream. So if you look on my YouTube, there's the replays of it if you want to kind of see what it's like. But I haven't done the playthrough of the pack. It's just more the development of the pack. So it's going in and modifying the different quests and stuff, because so using the FTB quests, which honestly I don't like.
Yeah, I didn't like it as a player, to be honest. I didn't think it was good.
Yeah, I might switch it out and do like the better questing or something, because I do like that interface and the way it works a lot better. But a lot of it's already done. And so I'm like, do I want to rewrite all the quests again?
There's also a hardcore questing.
Yeah, but it'd have the same thing. I'd rewrite all the quests again.
Yeah. But I mean, you could just say that's a night of, drinking and coding.
Yeah. Oh, don't cancel it. All right. How much of the... So we need Terra Steel. We need, let's say, 408. We have 96.
But yeah, like mods like Embers is in this pack, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I used to hate Embers, and now I mildly despise Embers.
Oh, sorry.
But I don't understand the point of Embers being in here. Like, what value does it add? Like, does it add some pipes? Okay, but so does 7 other mods.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even using their pipes. I mean, in the progression, it's the ender ingots you need the Dawn Steel for. You need it to get to the Twilight, but like other than forcing it in, yeah, there's not much of, oh, I wish I had embers for this because, yeah.
Because they have this one item, like, okay, like the Erebus, right? The Erebus is kind of meh, but they have that wand of animation. oh yeah, you
Yeah.
definitely want this mod in here because of that item.
Report energy. Oh, I don't have a thing for it. It's going now. You're not full
Oh yeah,
yet.
I'm pulling up oil. I just don't have enough power right now to power it to go at full speed.
Well, my pump jack stopped.
Is your energy empty?
I just restarted it. Like, I just gave it some more. It's like half full by now. I mean, it's only lava.
Oh, I think wait, your thing said 300 some thousand. Don't you have all that done already? Wasn't that much lava? I think it might actually just
356, and I'm at 356. Yeah, okay. So I just ran out of lava in the chunk.
Well, now you can get all that oil.
But I don't need it.
But you must have all the oil. You didn't need the lava.
It was a test for you.
Well, I mean, I appreciate it. I didn't even look at this. To get into the Spectre energy, really, I need to be in boat, which means Lordcraft.
Yeah.
Like, and I actually enjoyed Lordcraft, and my first time messing it was the first playthrough of this pack. See, Lordcraft, it added value. It added some cool magic spells. I mean, do you really use them? Not really, but
Well,
cool.
not recently. I use this all the time, and I use this a lot. So whenever I get, I needed some mob chunks. I mean, this is what I use.
I saw you getting the rabbit ones.
Yeah. But like, if I need just mob chunks to turn into whatever, I'll just do this. Oh, there's an Enderman here. Hey, buddy. Don't mind me, just passing through. Apparently I went through the portal twice. Are you gonna let me go? I mean, that's easiest way to mob farm for me right now is this.
Did you do all the quests?
Not all the ones for the air, but the the earth, the fire, and the water I did. I think I'm
Yeah,
level 5 on the air ones.
When I first did it, I think, well, I did the fire, the water, the air, I believe, but and then I think I actually did the earth. Yeah, I did the earth because it has earthquake, but the black and the white ones, like, they weren't implemented yet, or they just they weren't working.
Yeah, they're not there for me. And then this one, see, I got an experience chunk already. I was using a lot in here before I had the orchid set up. I would... Let's see, just find a spot that, well, I've been a lot of mining around here.
So how did you get to a lost city? Is it our tools dimension? Or
No, that's the bed in my little portal room. Alright, so this one is the value of the earth. Is actually this spell right here. And you have to pick metal when you're going through the quest, otherwise you don't get that spell. But you just right click on the ground and all the ores in a 16 by 16 by 16 cube come to you. Well, radius. Well, not all of them. Like osmium, and there's a handful that don't come. But you can see I've done a lot of mining down here with it.
oh yeah, and I think the earthquake one does, or the earth one does something similar to digging, I believe.
Yeah. We'll just vein mine a 5x5 tunnel and then just fly down it, right clicking. But yeah, I've done this in the nether for all the nether ores and all sorts of stuff. Now, it won't get the Rachel line or the Kel line. It doesn't get osmium. Oh, I got my thing. Here's some of the Rachel line. And then there's a few other things that it won't get. It doesn't get vanilla nether quartz ore, which I thought was a little odd, but
huh. I wonder if there's a config file where you can add ore and set it to true or false, or just straight up add ore to it.
I don't know. Oh, that's the other thing. Like, it'll mine these, but you don't get the crystals from them. So if you want the rock crystals, you have to mine them by hand.
Oh yeah, that's because those rock crystals don't generate their metadata until they're mined by a player. I'm pretty sure.
But it's very laggy because it's like, okay, how many items do I need to create now? Oh, here's another one it won't get, is the industrial grade graphite.
Yeah, did you ever use the staff of power on like 11 by 11?
Oh yeah. And then like you just like are flying through, just boom, 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 and your inventory just instantly gets filled. Well, I actually don't need to go mining. I was just demonstrating it. But yeah, I mean, the spell focuses I use a lot. But like, if I didn't have them, I'm sure there's a different thing I would use to get the stuff. Of course, then you wouldn't have all the Frishin and the Garfax and all that to, to gate magic crops from behind.
Right, but I mean that's what I was getting at though. Like Lordcraft, it adds some value. It's a fun magic mod and somewhat useful, depending on where you're at and where I guess it's gated behind and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a good mod.
Oh, but yeah, this is the Lost Cities right here. Just get a bed, surround it with skulls, and then the... Are you still here?
Yeah, me?
No, the Enderman is not coming out. And then in this pack, you have to have the lava-infused blocks underneath.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I forget exactly which version. It's not the regular ones.
Yeah, because I couldn't get fluid cows to spawn, and I'm messing with the config files, trying to figure all that out. And
Oh, I guess it is just the block of lava crystal.
okay, I didn't know you could do it that way. But I was trying to get it to spawn, and I couldn't get it to spawn, or any of the cows to spawn, so I ended up creating a new world, seeing where they generate, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm not too terribly far. I wouldn't mind restarting, and I was like, I'll do a Lost City, so I did a custom Lost City biome round, and then like spending like an hour and a half on that, I'm like, man, I'm going back to my other world. I was like, I don't care if cows don't spawn. And then cows ended up spawning. I was like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Well, then here, this is the only place I found to get the antimatter is in the Lost Cities too, so I don't know if it generates in the Deep Dark or Twilight or anything. Because it has to be a Corallium infested swamp, and then just random chance that there's an underground pool filled with antimatter.
There's also an antimatter cow, I think.
Yeah, well, that'll be better. But yeah, I have this pool. I grabbed a couple buckets of it, but I waypointed it so that...
Oh, okay. No, the first time I did it, either I got the cow or I made it with the Magicka converter, because you can throw in Killine or Garfax or Morganine with Ember, and I guess Frisian and Racheline too. And then the way I got the Ember was the sluice box for Magnetic Craft, and you with the bricks.
I can't remember if it goes straight down to it, like into the pool, or if I have a spot to stand on next to the pool.
Oh, don't die.
Well, that's why I'm doing this, the dig straight down trick, where you dig side by side so you can see that there's actually ground underneath you.
Can you not fly in the Lost Cities dimension?
Yeah, you
There's a
can.
person behind you, by the way.
And his name is John.
Like he just stood there and just watched you walk.
I know,
land
and
then
like
dig
I hit
down.
him, and I'm like, I fly off just in case he's a John Cena, and sure enough, it was.
Yeah, I was so glad when they added that back. Because it wasn't in the original release.
Okay. Next to the pool, it looks like. But yeah, and then I've got some water going straight into it. That's kind of weird. But I think it's just... Yeah, these two buckets right here. Or two buckets right here I grabbed. The one for the ritual I needed it for, and then another one just to kind of sit in my storage. Anti-bat.
Well, the creative tank is a far way away. I was gonna say if you get a creative tank, but that's so far out.
Yeah. And by the time I need a whole bunch of it, that's probably exactly what's going to happen. Oh.
Kind of disappointed. I lost my coin of fortune.
Yeah, I haven't made that. I think you need these, yeah, for the chaos planks. But you'll have the creative tank by then.
Yeah. Well, the creative tank's part of the recipe for the chaos planks too, though. Isn't
Yeah.
it? So you got to make two of. Oh god.
Well, you need a whole bunch more because, like, I think it's the mana pool. No, I thought there was. Yeah, creative fluid tank. Oh, it is just that one. Okay. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna want more if you want to actually use them. Like once you can craft it, I would make multiple, and then one of them's going to be feeding the whatever mob essence for the mob duplicators.
Oh yeah.
And then anything else that needs a liquid, I mean, on it, like most of this stuff, by the time you get there, okay, it's not going to be hard to just say, okay, I only need 8 of these ingots, but I might as well craft like a couple stacks of them. So I can have all the stuff.
Yeah, it's like I needed one heavy engineering block. And I was like, okay, I crafted a whole stack. And I'm so
Yeah.
glad I did because there's such a pain to craft by hand right now.
Yeah. Well, you saw I have the light set on autocraft. I haven't hooked the heavy one up yet.
Oh, there's an auto workbench if you're not aware. I'm sure you are.
Yeah. Although it's just extra resources. It's 2 plates and an ingot instead of 4 plates and a gear. I was just like, I'll just do 4 plates and a gear. I don't care. But I do like this setup. I have the engineering processors, all these processors just automatically being made. Because I hate the quests when, or the crafting things where you're like, all right, I need these, and so you're just sitting there waiting for the inscribers to go. I'm like, I'll have the inscribers go when I don't need them.
Oh yeah, I usually do the same.
This is going so slow.
Or I'll craft the components and I'll just leave them, separate components, and then I'll just wait and then craft on demand the actual processors I need.
Yeah.
I guess it also depends on the pack and what they're used for.
Yeah, and you do need a lot of the high-level storage components for the different, like, ultimate crafting and stuff in this pack, so you do need a lot. So it said I had 500, and I need at least about 1,000. Because I need 400 ingots, and it was 2 ingots for 8 essence. So I need about 1,600 essence.
So what's 1,600 divided by 4? It's only like right-clicking 4,000 times, or 400 times.
Well, and if I had the time block, it would go much faster. I'd probably already have everything if I had a time block set up on this farm.
Man, one of the mods I don't understand why they added Abyssal Craft. I really don't see the reason Abyssal Craft is in here other than to give more dimensions.
Yeah. Because I don't know if there's anything that you would want to do. Oh, what is that? Bartleby coming in with a raiding party. How are you doing? Were you playing more vanilla? I actually didn't catch you earlier, so I didn't see what you were doing. Oh, your skyblock, that's right. I need 314, I think. Well, it's all there. A drowned farm. Those are nice. Did you get the tridents from him yet, or not quite? Oh, I was 2 off. Not yet. Let's see if it works this time. It should be working. Oh, you get clay from him. That's cool. So I gave you a shout out. He's a good guy. If you don't know, you've never been to his stream, you should go check him out. He does a lot of modded as well. He's played through this pack. He's played through Enigmatica Expert. I think. What was another recent pack you've done? I think you've done Sky Factory 4 recently. But yeah. Goes through lots of different packs. So, it's a good guy. Alright, can I do these now? Now, do you have any mod packs in mind for the next one you do? Yeah, there's a few, and if you're looking for ones that, like, because there's a few that that a lot of people have played through recently, like, well, Project Ozone, Skyblock 2, or not Skyblock, Stoneblock 2, and, you know, some of those other ones. It's like, okay, I've seen people play it, I want something different, and a lot of the packs are just either more refined 112 packs or getting into the you know, the newer versions, and I just don't think there's enough mod support in the newer versions to make good quality packs out of them yet.
Well, there's like Animatica 4 out, but it's like 115 or something.
Yeah, it's 114. I actually was playing that a bit before I switched to Project Ozone 3, and yeah, I would say that of all the things, they did a really good job of putting together the pack with what the mods they had available. The real drawback of it is that a lot of the core mods that you think of as modded Minecraft just aren't available in 114 yet, or at least at the time. They may have been ported since, but and then a lot of them are going to 115 now anyway, so it's like, well, is 114 going to be a 1.8 or 1.10 modded where it's, yeah, it's there, but not a lot of support for it?
You mean 1.9, because 1.10 actually brought back modded from the grid.
Yeah, but not a lot of packs. There's really only a handful of packs that were 110 packs.
Well, like what? Ozone Light, the Age of Engineering, all the mods all the mods expert. There's quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and Mojang's been doing a great job of getting the vanilla updates out quick, because they're at the pace of like 2 per year.
That's why I think they're gonna do just like even numbers, the modded community. So they'll probably skip 115, the majority, and they'll update to 116. and then they'll update to 118. Because if you think like they did 110 and a lot of mods updated to 110, then they kind of skipped over 111. Very few did, and then they all did 112.
Yeah, and even vanilla, the odd updates are a lot of more like technical fixes and not so much new content. Yeah, netherite as the gate would be pretty cool. Of course, you're going to get things where mystical agricultural adds plants for them and stuff like that, but
see, like, 15 just got bees, but when you think about it, it's like modded's had bees for how long now?
yeah.
Bees that can do a lot more. I mean, to me, modded is just, it's always way above the curve, and vanilla's just way too far behind.
Well, and I think that Mojang knows that they have this relationship with the modded community, and they can't really do things to put them off or kind of just steal their ideas. And so a lot of the good ideas, if a mod gets made for them, they're like, oh, well, we can't really steal that idea. Let's try and do it differently, or try it a different way, or whatever. And so, yeah, modded has bees, but vanilla bees are kind of different. I mean, they're a large physical, entity in the game, whereas with forestry, they're particles, but they're not actually entities in the game. Yeah, pistons and hoppers.
Pretty much everything added to Minecraft started as a mod. Watch, eventually they're gonna add like an RF to it.
Yeah, I honestly would be surprised, because from what I understand, that's they don't want the vanilla game to kind of have that sort of thing. But I mean, that's, from what I understand, that's their position now. That's not their necessarily what their position is going to be in 5 to 10 years or whatever.
I mean, they do also have to keep it relative for I guess kids, or easy for kids in a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't play much with the April Fool's release. My kids really did. They really enjoyed it, but I didn't personally. They showed me all the fun things, so I saw a lot of it.
What was on the April Fool's?
It was like, whatever you put in a written book and then throw it through a portal, it creates a new dimension kind of based off of the book is kind of the seed to that dimension. And then there was a set number of like predetermined ones that you could do too, that were kind of Easter egg type things.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't see any of that.
Well, it's worth checking out. I mean, pick your favorite Minecraft YouTuber, and there's probably a video of it a week ago.
Yeah, for stuff like that, like I actually usually watch Azuma's videos on like updates, but I haven't watched them any time recently.
Yeah, Zuma does a really good job with them.
So are you able to work from home?
Yeah. My daily commute is across the bedroom. I've got a little office area set up.
Yeah, all you need to do is put on a shirt and a tie and then just be naked under that. You know, and you're good as long as you don't stand up.
Yeah. I would like to get a better office setup at home because I don't really have a good office chair. Right now, I'm just kind of like there's a couch that I set up on, and just a little table in front of the couch that I put the computer on and everything. But I have a desk in there in a different area of the room. I just don't have a good office chair for it, so my back starts to hurt after a while. But yeah, speaking of haircuts, I'm one that I'll go months and months without a haircut naturally, and so it's not a big thing for my hair to be super long, although my son's hair is a lot longer than mine. Mine is still at least fairly trimmed in the back. It is kind of long in the back, maybe an inch and a half long. But my son, his hair's down past his shoulders. It goes pretty long. And he never really did like to cut it. It was always twisting his arm in order to get it cut. And so we're like, well, how about you just take better care of it and we'll let you grow it out. And so that's what he's been doing.
Do you call him a hippie or no?
No.
Yeah, luckily my son is only 5 months, whatever. So I don't have to really worry about it yet.
Do I have... No, I don't have any more mana infused. I think... Oh, I may have started it. Nope, I didn't. Okay, well. Actually, that's not what I want right now. I want to put a bunch of redstone in first. Now, does this have mana on it? A bit. Okay. Red. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A subscription. Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate that. That is awesome. I've always held the belief that I don't care about the money from Twitch because my day job is enough to support my family just fine. But I do appreciate people that are willing to support me Although with the Twitch Prime, it's not a directly out of pocket; it's indirectly. But
No,
I do
it's directly out
appreciate
of my
it.
pocket. I have a choice.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not like, oh, I paid. Yeah, you paid Amazon for the Prime subscription, and then told Twitch, hey, use this one, and then go give it to ZpprSprk. So I do appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm trying to give you Jeff Bezos money.
Well, I'll take all of his money. Oh,
No,
this is
his
so
wife
slow.
beat you to it.
No, she only took half of his money.
That's still a lot of money.
That's true. Half of his money is more than all of mine.
Dude, half of his money is worth more than like half of the world's money put together.
Yeah, that's true. Well, wasn't it the divorce settlement essentially made her the second richest person?
It made her the richest woman in the world. No, because Bill Gates is at like 60 million, and
okay.
Jeff Bezos at like 80 or something like that, I think. So yeah, and then you got
Buffett.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a handful of foreigners too that are worth billions. So
Yeah, there's that one dude down in Mexico, and then there's some Arab in like Dubai, UAE, and stuff. So
well, and then there's the Japanese guy that's going to the moon with SpaceX.
oh yeah. Oh, and then you got, speaking of moon, you got Virgin dude, Nigel,
Yeah.
whatever. Except I don't think he's in. I think he's in Forbes top 500 for sure, but I don't think he's in like top 10. Oh no, I'm kidding.
We have 73 of them. That's just doing the crafting now is all.
Okay, top 5 are Bezos, Gates, Bernard, Aronot family, owner of LVMH. I don't know what that is. Buffett and Larry Elderson.
Where did the Waltons line up?
Oh, well, because they split.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's like the family together
Grandpa
is.
died.
Yeah.
Oh, Zuckerberg is 6th, apparently.
Yeah, that was one of those right idea at the right time kind of things.
You mean
Zuckerberg?
thievery at the right time?
Well,
no, I'm kidding. But, well, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, not everything was completely his idea, but there's a lot of his ideas that were put into it. And, I don't think the Winklevosses or whatever, I don't think they would have been able to take it as far as Zuckerberg did.
No, definitely not. Okay, so I get the 25 people. Michael Dell is 25. Which, okay, he dropped out of high school or college, I can't remember. I know he dropped out one. Oh, Mackenzie Bezos is 24 in the world. David Thompson, some Canadian dude. Phil Knight, don't know who that is. Oh, Nike, founded Nike. Sheldon Alderson. Dude, I haven't heard of half of these people. Oh, Las Vegas Sands stuff. Oh, Coke. Yeah, the Koch brothers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're up there. Oh, here's that Japanese dude. Or
Those
Chinese.
Those evil libertarians.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I guess I'd be a libertarian, but their party sucks, so. Jack Ma. Albania. What? Oh, okay. Walton, S. Robinson Walton is 17, and then Alice Walton is 16. So yeah, they're 17 and 16, and Jim is 15. Oh, there's Bloomberg at 14.
How far does Trump go down, or is it not on?
Oh, dude, Trump's not a billionaire.
Well, I know, but like, he always says he is.
I know, but he's not really. Come on, Trump's not the greatest with money.
Yeah, I have heard that the small $1 million loan that he started with, if he'd just put that in just the standard market, he would have been worth a lot more by now.
Well, I mean, he developed, I think it was in the Bronx, where his dad wasn't going to develop or something. One of the areas that he's like, oh, no, that's a bad area to invest. You won't get people to pay the rent and stuff like that. Well, he did, and he got people to pay the rent. So, but I mean, I wish my dad would give me a loan for $1 million.
Yeah.
See what I could do.
It's almost done. Did I already make the armor cores? No. Of course not. Why would I have done that already? Shortcuts things.
You know, just because Trump's not worth $1 million doesn't mean I didn't vote for him. And what the fuck happened? We're gonna vote for him again. I think he's doing a pretty good job with this virus stuff going on around.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that people complain about that he does, and a lot of other things that people praise him for. And, to be honest, a lot of times both of them are blown out of proportion.
Oh, for sure. You got those people that are like, Trump could do no wrong, and they say everything he does is fine, which is not true. Then you get the people that are like, everything he says is a lie and nothing he does is right.
Yeah. Alright, we got these. Make me 4, please. This should be quicker, because it doesn't have to go so deep a dive into the essence.
But considering I like my guns, and I don't want Joe or Bernie to try to take them from me, and I'd like to see them try, I'm not voting for them.
Yeah, well, I live in Texas, and there's a huge culture around
Yes.
able
Same
to, go to different, shooting ranges and other things as well around the guns.
What part of Texas?
I live around Austin.
Okay, I'm in San Antonio. I bet I could guess what company you work for, actually.
You can try. I probably will neither confirm nor deny them.
Oh no, I know. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But let's say I had some friends that when they get out of the Navy, they went to Austin, near Austin, and started working at making wafers. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, there's a couple of them here.
This one's a very popular Korean company. I would say probably the second most popular company when it comes to this type of stuff.
But yeah, the biggest tech employers here, besides the wafer companies, there's Dell. Apple's got a pretty good thing as well. But yeah, my company is a much smaller company. It's not any of the big ones.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said you can try, and you'd probably be wrong because
Yeah, they all went to Samsung. A lot of my friends.
yeah, if you knew, if you knew what industry my company was in, you'd have a better chance of guessing. But that's if you're familiar with that particular industry. But it is after midnight, and it has been over 3 hours. But we did upgrade our armor 1 level. I think I will start. Let's see, can we do?
Yeah,
400 and did I get 408? That we're gonna need.
Considering my daughter is going to wake up at 5:30 and come into the room and be like, "Hey, it's time to get up."
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, have a good one, and I'll catch you later.
Yeah. Thanks for hopping on the voice chat too. It was it's a lot easier to kind of explain through things if you have the direct feedback, not the delayed through chat and everything. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. All right, man. Well, have a good night.
All right. I'll see you later, and I'll do my little outro. Actually, I'll go put this armor on. Doot doot. Now I'm blue. All right. So, thank you for watching. If you are watching this later on YouTube, congratulations for making it all the way to the end. You can leave a comment in the description and you win a prize. If you're live, I will find a stream to host or raid or whatever we feel like. And we can go say hi to them. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram. You can join my Discord. Yeah, you can like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. You can follow me here on Twitch. You can subscribe to me on Twitch, as you saw Dr. Morg did earlier. But yeah, so hang tight, and I will be back with a raid target.